Welcome to the new series called Meet the Writer. I think it's important that the people we like to follow, we should understand who they are and what they bring, how they got to where they're at today. Big up to the man like Suba for being the first person to share with us his story.
Yo, lock.
Okay, so first thing is introduce yourself. What do you write and what crews you represent? So I write Suba or Rebus and I represent the LRS crew. When did you start get involved in graph? I think I got into graph after watching, maybe before, but definitely after watching Battle of the Air 95, which is a breakdance competition. And in the breaks, well, in between the battles, there was Graffiti, Mode 2, there was all these awesome graffiti writers. And after watching that, I definitely started doing graffiti. Yeah, and I guess I answered number 3 as well. What was the thing that inspired you to start graffiti? Well, it was definitely Battle of the Year 95, but also the culture where I grew up. We had XM, Sick, which is now legendary graffiti writers from my era. And yeah, they were there, they were breaking, they were doing graffiti, they were doing the hip-hop thing correctly. What is the scene like in Norway? Graffiti got a huge blow, like a negative blow, which I also stopped doing graffiti at the time, around 2000 maybe. And we got this zero tolerance in, I do believe Norway, definitely Oslo and where I grew up, Sarpsborg, and it was no fun. So before that we had all these legal walls and it all just suddenly stopped. I only started doing graffiti again now that I'm an adult, maybe 5 years ago. So, but been doing it consistently since that and love it. When you first started, what was the scene like in Norway and how is it different now? Well, yeah, it was a good community, I think. Before we had all these jams and we had these get-togethers. And it was a lot. It's not like that anymore. It's more maybe once, twice a year. It just felt a lot more when we were kids. Maybe wrong though. What does graffiti mean to you? For me now, graffiti means expressing something. Emotions, time, and just pure enjoyment. Yeah, that's graffiti for me now. Describe the best and the worst moment in your graph career. So I think the worst, to get the bad first, the worst moment. When I can't remember the year, but early, like maybe 98. I was out bombing, didn't know it was, well, maybe I did. Yeah, I did actually know it was a store, and I smashed some tags on the side of the store. Got a phone call a week later, maybe. And I'm so glad I took the phone call, not my mom's. They told me I had to go and wash it. or come up at station, we know it's you, blah blah blah. In hindsight, I think it was just the owner, because I heard someone was telling on me, and but I guess that's the worst. I've never been caught like that. So yeah. And the best moment, it's a lot of great moments, but maybe actually the best part was getting invited to this the secret rider thing. It was awesome to be on the same platform as these huge riders, to make a name, not a name exchange, but to make the name for a soda was a huge honor for me. And the fact that Smo was there, a soda, Softless was there. Big up to Profits for inviting me and getting me in on this. That was a high, I think. I enjoy that a lot. Are there a lot of spaces for you to paint? No. But now I just moved, so I got actually two water towers with a good amount of space to paint, actually. So that's sweet. Before that, I had one place, and it was a good 40 minutes drive. Now I'm down to 20, so that's chill. So it's getting better. What is your style? Can you describe it? That's a hard one, because style, it's different all the time, I think. Maybe someone will see when I do straight letters, it's like, okay, that's his style. When I do wild style, it's like, okay, it's his style. When I do throw-ups, but I don't see it, and I don't want to go for one type of style. But I guess if I should say, when I just go to the wall without no sketch, it tends to be this more abstract. It's still letters, but you have to be a little bit guided, I think. Yeah, I like that. The freer, the better. What is more important to you, a good hand style or clean pieces? Yeah, I do not care about clean pieces, so I have to say a good hand style, I guess. If you could choose 5 artists from any era, country, who would they be and why choose them? Number 1 for me is Poker from Norway, both in graffiti and b-boying. Amazing style. It's hard to explain. It's like this hard, rough, flowy, stylish style. Yeah, he's my favorite. Oh, it was 5. I also like, Softless is a huge inspiration. His loosiness, Burst, that whole crew is awesome. Burst with the color schemes. Have to say Mode 2. He made all the posters for Battle of the Air. Everyone was a burner. I like Cope 2's artsy when he's doing. Well, I like Cope 2. I know a lot of people hate on him, but I think I don't know what happened, if he was snitching or not. Either way, his art is sick. And of course, there's a lot of good art. It's Pay 2. Yeah, there's a lot of good ones. How important is it to you that writers get along? It's very important. When I grew up, there was this tough guy mentality. and we're just kids throwing paint on the wall, doing shapes. So it's strange, but it seems to be a lot more togetherness now, and yeah, that's cool. Always nice to collaborate. We are all better together. Which country do you think has the best scene in 2022? But since I'm mentioning two Australian, maybe Australia. Yeah, maybe. I know Russia is crazy. Maybe Australia. Which paint brand is your favorite? And my favorite is MTN, hands down. Just because of that the valve has this low, high pressure. It's so nice to have control with that can. Or the Montana Golds are nice as well, of course. But I like the colors on M10 is awesome as well. Not that saturated, but the colors from the hardcore series are really nice. I would like to test out more though. Describe the word burner in your opinion. So a burner for me is just a fat, good production, background, letters, whatever. You also have some history with breaking. Tell me about that. Yeah, I started breaking a little bit before, so breaking got me into hip hop, and after that I got into graffiti. But breaking has absolutely been my life. I started with a crew. We call ourselves Stumbling Moves. We battled all around Scandinavia, a bit in Europe. We got on the Battle of the Air Scandinavia stage. We got some victories. I later got into Atomic B-Boys, which was a huge honor. In Norway, a legendary breaking crew. Went on tour, had a great time. I just figured I needed a break from everything. So I went to travel. I went to Barcelona, I went to Madrid, or basically Spain, and figured out there that my body didn't cope with that anymore. When I came back a year later, I was basically done. I did some breaking after that, but in my head I was finished. So now I'm breaking has been part of the Olympics now. So in Norway we have this national team, and I'm part of a group that tries to make things better for them. I also had the opportunity to take a judging license. Not that I am going to the Olympics, but I do have the license to judge for the highest stage in breaking, which is also very freaking awesome for me. It's my true passion, breaking. So 17, tagging, throw-ups, pieces, put it in order, which is your flavor and why is... They are all fantastic. I love them all equally. But for me, I think I would say tagging, throw-ups, and pieces. Though it's the other way around for the... No, I don't know. That's hard. I think it's even spread over. It's super fun to do throw-ups. That's the most fun, I believe. Tagging is... Throw-ups is also an art, but tagging is... You have to really work on that. Same with pieces. Throw-ups is more like bubbles. Oh, it can be hard. I don't know this. I don't know. Equal. When you have to quit painting, what do you want your legacy in graffiti to be? I can't say I care so much about that. I care about my 2 boys. I care about my wife, my dog, and that they are having a good time. How I will be remembered is if they think I was a good human being. I don't care about that. Who would you like to collaborate with? I would like to collaborate with someone that would like to collaborate with me. I love collaborating. But if it should be one, I don't know. Yeah, it would be cool to do something with Smo, would be nice. Softless, Burst, all these kings. A canvas with Scene, The Godfather would be cool. Describe what you think of graffiti in 2022. I think it's awesome. I think this digital, this iPad, Procreate era was fun. It was really nice. I enjoy new stuff. I enjoy this VR stuff, this King Spray. I think graffiti is cool in 2022. Any shouts? Shout out to my crew, LRS, the last radical souls. We are a worldwide crew. I think we will put it there because, of course, I'm gonna not mention someone, so I'll just keep it there. Big up to Ice for having me on this. Really appreciate it. Fuzzy, Goke for being awesome human beings, for orchestrating this The Secret Writer thing, which I really believe is a huge and important thing in graffiti for 2022.
Got the hot one, make sure you got one. If you got tons, pass one to your man. Hot one, make sure you got one. If you got tons, pass one, yo.
5 stray dogs in alleyways, drunk Alizé, climb 5 escapes just to get away. Every ordinary day was another way just to say, hey, you my blossom in the month of May. My sunshine that blew the clouds away. Stay, don't go, like a dog who love his bone, like a boy who love his cone. Lick your sweetness till you moan, now I gotta go. XO, gotta flow, gotta grow to the man I never got to know. Who the heck is Joe? Sweeping floors, painting doors, by the suit for more. Love my cars, love my sports, love my yachts, love my boats, love my hoes.
If you like what we're doing, hit a like and subscribe.